taco I've ever had if you ignore the taste, presentation, and creativity.
Welcome to HL's Kitchen. And I said HL''S Kitchen, not the other show, because by trademark law we can't use that phrase. Even though we say that, it's more like a chopped format. We have 5 teams, and they're all color-coded. Team blue, team red, team black, team white, team red, team green. Looks like team green is the only one of the cheerleaders. The whole point of the game is if you hog one item, that's fine. If other teams need to borrow that stuff from you, that's part of the competition. You are going to be scored on presentation. You're going to be scored on creativity. You're going to be scored on, we're going to introduce a couple of magic ingredients, and not only using them, but how you use them.
You have one secret ingredient. You can use as much or as little as you'd like. You're going to be judged on how well you use it. You use a lot of it and it's done well, you get all the points. So anyway, it's just one ingredient, so I didn't want to go too crazy on you guys, but it is leftover lasagna. All right? Leftover lasagna. Love it. So I'm gonna set this down over here.
You have 20 minutes to finish this.
What?
What? You're making tacos, guys. Tacos are easy. I can create a taco in 5 minutes. Going down from 3, 2, 1.
What we have for you today is blackened shrimp tacos with pineapple salsa. It's pretty simple.
That's where the shrimp went. Did you guys steal their shrimp?
Yes.
We got it first.
So, first of all, I'm going to give you a few bonus points because as I looked around, you were the most intense, meticulous team in your prep.
I couldn't see these two down there.
So, first of all, on the presentation, this is the first tacos that have been served that were actually folded. So that counts for me. I thought the dish was very focused on what it was trying to do. It was trying to be a blackened shrimp taco, and that's my takeaway. Overall, I think it's a very good effort.
Yeah, I like the double layering of the shell because it didn't fall apart. So one toasted and one not. Although I think when you did that, it took away some of the flavor because it was a little heavy on the flour tortilla. Overall, it was good. I'd eat it again, but I think that because the shell was sort of doubled up, it lost a little bit of the flavor that went with the seasoning of the shrimp. And then at the end, though, you had the jalapeno kind of come in and kick. So it was a little light on flavor first bite, but then towards the end, got better.
You know, they say that with Mexican food, Mexican-style food, people like to have margaritas. I think tasting this, you better drink a lot of margaritas. But having said, but in all fairness, I thought it was very nicely presented. I did like the idea on the shell. I didn't think you needed 2 shells on there because I do think it's a little bit too much for what you need. You could have done a single kind of toasted shell here, which I thought was very nice and had good quality and texture to it. The shrimp I thought was under-seasoned, so I didn't know you would season it by itself, but by itself, when I tried the shrimp individually, it didn't have a lot of flavor, I didn't think. And as a result, you taste all the other garnishes, and especially the jalapeno. I didn't get as much of the shrimp flavor as I would have liked. But as a blended combination, I thought it was very interesting. I thought you guys did a very nice job.
I interpreted the double shells as simply a
vehicle to deliver the single shell to me. So I removed the outer shell. So, and I thought it was more sanitary that way, actually. Other people were touching my food. Yours was insulated by the outer shell. So I appreciate that prophylactic. I removed the outer shell and found that everything held together just fine. I agree with Terrence. I didn't think the shrimp was quite seasoned enough, but there's a big time afterburn from the jalapenos, I believe. I liked, because I went and looked at each of you, the way you were slicing and could visibly see the lasagna as opposed to it just getting kind of lost in the entire mix. And I also thought that as I walked the tables, you guys certainly, at least in the middle, at the end it got a little ugly, but in the middle there was a presentation to what you were doing, which is not unlike the media group at large. It's all about the presentation. Substance was so-so. But anyway, it was good. It was very good, and I like the fact that it was shrimp as compared to what we've already tasted, differentiating.
Okay, so we made two types of tacos. One is like an Asian chicken taco, and the other is a skirt steak taco. So we made 3 of each.
And then the tomato sauce from lasagna. The tomato sauce from the lasagna is in the salsa.
I thought you guys were very interesting in that this is a recipe I've had before. This was the runner-up recipe in the Taco Bell Chalupa contest. So I congratulate you on using it. But in all seriousness, I thought the skirt steak was the better of the two. I thought the way you cooked it was very nice in terms of, I like medium rare, so I thought it was very good. I thought the Asian one was too salty, and so that was all I could kind of taste on there. I did also notice that on the shell for the beef one, for the skirt steak one, it's very hard. It's almost dried out as compared to the other one, so it's kind of interesting that they're two different. So I didn't know. It looks like maybe you put this one on the burner and the other one didn't, but I really noticed that there is a difference. But overall, I thought it had very nice flavor on this one. I can't say that I really tasted the special ingredient. I know you said you took out the sauce. I can't really tell because you've got so many other garnishes on here. But I thought it was a very good job.
Thank you.
You guys are the corporate finance group from the 6th floor, is that right? All right. Just a couple of observations as I walked around, unlike the other judges, and actually observed you at the table and the style and the effort that you put in. I was taken by Jennifer, right? The stink eye she gave somebody when they were trying to tell her what to do. So I like that passion in your cooking, and I think it came through. And I think this is brilliant, by the way. You guys came up with 2 different types of tacos. It wasn't required, not sure if anybody else did it. And you made me eat the chicken taco first. It tasted like crap. So that when I bit into the skirt steak taco, it tasted phenomenal. So I would say the skirt steak taco was very good. I disagree as far as the shell. Mine was actually soft in both cases, so they stiffed you on one of your shells. But no, very good job in the skirt steak. I'm just going to judge you on the skirt steak, not on the chicken.
That's fair.
Okay, I like the chicken. I like the Asian flavor. I think you did a good job on that. In terms of presentation, I couldn't figure out whether you wanted these open or closed, because half are open, half are closed. Maybe that was a rush at the end. I did like the skirt steak maybe a little better than the chicken, but I actually like the chicken.
Yeah, I agree. I like the chicken as well. I do think it was a bit salty, but I liked the Asian flavors in it. And I do like the skirt steak. I thought was cooked perfectly. Still nice medium rare, red center, and so that really nice flavor to it.
Okay, so this is our Taco Wednesday, every night at the house.
Nice.
So enjoy. You got your popcorn.
Where's the
You got your
lasagna?
salsa. You got another
We have
guacamole salsa.
This is Mex-Italian night.
Yeah, and this is the lasagna with some oregano and cheese grilled in a pan.
So of all the tacos that we've eaten, I think this is the first one that actually has Mexican flavors in it, which is interesting. They come out really, really nicely. It does remind me of, you said, home cooked tacos at home. I like it. The lasagna tastes good. I'm not sure I necessarily eat it as a combination, but overall I think everything tastes good.
When you came out with the presentation and you said home cooking, it looked like a home cooked presentation. I mean that in the most positive sense. I thought the taste was a home cooked taco, and I'll echo Matt's comments. It had Mexican flavorings. I could taste the oregano and all that. I think the creativity was sort of basic, but I don't mean that in a bad way, because basic goes with home cooking, so that's kind of an interesting theme. And in terms of presentation, I like the different sauces and the fresh fruit.
You guys were definitely the coolest, sort of under pressure, all the way up to the bitter end. So that probably goes with working for guys like us. So good job there. I thought the pineapple was a little tough. The watermelon, not sure if it's in season, but it was delicious. Well, it's all part of it's your food, so it's all the home cooking. The lasagna, I think it tasted better the second time when I had it earlier today, so you spiced it up a little bit from what I had earlier today, left over. And then the taco, by the way. I thought actually, to maybe Matt's point, it was truly a more traditional taco. I actually thought the beef was more flavorful than any of the others. I tasted spare perhaps the restructuring guys because they had a different taste on it, but I thought you did a good job there. It was a lot of food, and maybe I'm just full because I've eaten so much, but it was very good, and I could feel the kind of from the heart of it, so good job.
So, returning, I see. The first thing I tried was lasagna, and I thought to myself, what a waste of lasagna. But the taco, I thought that the meat was very well seasoned, and I liked the fact that you had your own guacamole. Everyone has their own preference. I like mine a little more, a little more lemon in it, and little things. But being homemade guacamole, hard to critique. Everyone has their own preference. I thought it was very good, very well assembled. Fruit is very nice. Condiment. I'm not going to blame you that whether it's in or out of season. You have what you have. You didn't get to pick it, so that's fine. So I thought it was a very well done dish.
This is the Fish and Cow Luau Taco. It is a combination of skirt and flank steak with salmon mixed with bacon, and on top we have a pineapple avocado salsa.
Unfortunately, it fell apart as I tried to devour it, but my first bite and a half, I thought it was very, very well put together, very tasty. I also like the way you describe the ingredients and how you put everything together. It's actually got a little bit of an after kick to it, the spice to it. What is that? Is that the jalapenos? Or?
Yeah, and on the sauce, and then there's cayenne and cumin on the round.
Right.
For the steak.
And the steak was just a little bit tough. So I would just suggest maybe next time you don't overfill the taco because it was a little hard to eat. But otherwise, it tasted delicious.
Well, first of all, I'm going to give you a couple style points for being the most enthusiastic pre-competition team. Particularly with the balloons and the rah-rah and all that stuff. So that's worth a couple points there. I thought you had a lot going on in this. I'm tasting just a lot of different things, which I guess is a plus and minus in my mind. On one hand, big points on creativity, a lot of flavors clashing, I think, and mine fell apart, but overall, a very good effort.
Yeah, I also enjoyed it. The freshness of cilantro is really nice and balanced well against, there was some nice heat that was in there. I'm not sure where the heat was coming from, the pepper that was broken up or something, but really nice overall flavor. I do think the beef was a little chewy, and I wish the shell had been done on the grill to firm it up a little bit, because I had the same problem Matt did where it just fell apart a little bit. I think that would help hold it up with the salsa. But overall, very colorful, very bright, looked very, very nice.
Wonderful. How about you? How about a hand for the green team? Sorry, guys.
Hurry before
That's what you get for canceling.
You know,
Terrence.
just when I was about to say this is probably the best taco I've ever had, if you ignore the taste, presentation, and creativity. So those decided for best I've ever had. But actually, in all fairness,
Weren't we going to pass him up?
I thought it was actually very tasty because you had a lot of ingredients, which, as Sona's mentioned, is kind of the problem. When you put together the seasoned beef together with the fish loses its flavor. You don't really taste it, and so it's just kind of an added ingredient in there you don't really notice. I like the pineapple, and that it also made it kind of the Hawaiian flavor. Again, it's got a stronger taste, so didn't know if it really meshed well with the beef, which is the primary taste that I get in terms of the taco. But I thought it had a lot of creativity. I thought the beef was very well seasoned. When I tried the components individually, I thought it tasted very good. So I think you guys did a very nice job.
So we decided to call ours the Seoul Taco, partially for Asian influence, Seoul, Korea, and then also as like as a soulful taco. It's a good representation of our team. So we decided to go with bulgogi beef, Korean flavored beef, and then we went with a cabbage slaw that takes in orange, pineapple, a lot of zest, and we actually added the lasagna as a crunch on top to give because we were looking for sesame seeds, and so we substituted in the lasagna. And then just a caveat, we made a chili sauce on the side. Only take it if you really like spicy food. It's hot, so.
I like the idea that you guys have gone with something different, and in fact, this is almost as good as the tacos I used to get in high school cafeteria. But having said that, I thought the sauce actually was very nice, and so it had a little flavor. Unfortunately, as I've come to know this, I didn't think that the beef was seasoned enough, so the sauce is a little strong, and when you take it, you either get one or the other. So I think the sauce by itself is very good, and for something with a stronger flavor in terms of the beef, I thought it would have been better, but I thought the kind of the other touches you had with it made it a more complete dish. I thought that was very good. The shell was falling a little bit apart, and I think it's because it just got a little soggy through time, so that probably goes away. And I have to say, the special ingredient, didn't really notice any special crunch, so you're going to put in there, maybe make it a little crunchier or something, but a very good job, and very nice job on the sauce too.
I thought, first of all, the presentation, it was austere, kind of Spartan, but substantive, much like the restructuring group. And I liked how you had a sauce, although it looks like they're going to take it up a notch with multiple sauces at the moment. That was different. I like the soul, the use of the word soul. I'm thinking about growing a soul patch after eating these, actually. But the play on the Korean soul and the soulful food, and the fusion. I wasn't sure when I saw it sort of coming together, but I thought it came together very nicely. I thought it tasted really good without the sauce. It tasted different with the sauce. I think equally good, just different. It had a good aftertaste, and it was hot. And I actually finished mine. It's the first taco I actually finished it. But I think it's because you didn't put as much on it, so it was easier to eat, which I think is a bit of an edge. So. Good job.
First of all, going to style points, if Scott Walsh was here, he'd give you a 10 for extra points, and I'm going to give you 10 because you came with a branded taco.
That's a 10.
You branded your taco, so congratulations there. Second of all, I like the presentation. I'm not against open-faced tacos, but you had the open face, all nicely arranged with the sauce on the side. I thought that was a nice touch. As far as how it tasted, I thought it was a focused, Korean taco. I liked it very much.
Yeah, I thought the creativity too, even if the texture didn't come out, I thought putting the noodle on the grill to use and add some crunch was very clever. I think the taco, the first group gave us 2 different tacos. This was actually also 2 different tacos. If you ate it without the sauce, it had very, very strong kind of citrus influence from the pineapple and the mandarin that was on there. And then when you added the the spicy salsa, I thought it really took it out the notch. I thought it made it a fantastic bite.
You want me to just give the results?
Yeah. Starting from the bottom.
I got it, Terrence. Starting from the bottom. Leave it to the fairness guy. By the way, you guys all did a great job. And it was like within decimal points, like carried out like, what, 4 or 5 decimal points, guys? Yeah, so very close on all accounts. We ruled quickly because it's really hot outside and I had to be somewhere at 6 o'clock, so it wasn't for lack of debate. I'm going to start with the 5th place team. The 5th place team was the red team. You guys did a great job. I don't know that it requires any explanation other than great job, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys back here next year. We expect you to even move up higher in the rankings next year, so keep it up. Good job. Then the 4th place team was the blue team, the media team. So again, good job. They must have known you were coming in next to last because they left you on your own, headed back to wherever they went. So no, again, very good job, and appreciated the energy and the attitude. So good job on your guys' part. The 3rd place team. It's just easy, we just go straight across the page. The 3rd place team was the green team. Where's the green team? Good job. Had you brought your child into the equation a little more earlier, maybe that could have made a difference. It was that close, I think, so yeah. Now it's down to 1 and 2.
Which was not a unanimous decision. There was a split decision here among the judges.
Well, it was unanimous on my part. No, you both came in first. I really think that's the point. You really did. You both came in first, but we did have to pick a 1 and pick a 2. And Silva and Sandy, we're looking forward to dinner at Silva's tomorrow night. You came in 2nd place, but we're still looking forward to dinner. And the restructuring team came in first. I abstained from the voting until it started appearing it was going the wrong way, and then I got involved. No, it was actually, I think it was unanimous that both you guys were the top 2, and then it was just a question of who inched out the other. So great job.
Pulled together a team effort out there, no me and team. I think it was a me effort.
Yeah, definitely.
We pulled through. Jamie spearheaded the beef.
Handled the steak.
Yeah, he brought his own knife set, which was a nice touch. Donna, would you like to talk about what you did?
I did the red cabbage slaw and some toppings.
Then I spearheaded the secret sauce. So it's a mix between Asian fusion and a sweet spicy sauce. Came together.